So, the idea of this podcast is the whole person podcast in faith, family, finances, friendship, fitness, and fun.
Mm,
And it sounds like you have really made that kind of your core in the context that you keep what's important, and each one leads to the other, meaning that if you're, let's just go to the Zig Ziglar idea where, if your relationship spiritually is a little bit deflated, it causes a little bump in that wheel in that flat area. And so the idea
mm.
is to be fully inflated, or at least evenly inflated in these areas. What advice do you have, just on all of those? Because it sounds like you're doing well in all of those.
Yeah, you know what? I think it has to do with focus, and it has to do with cutting out stuff that doesn't matter. Like this crazy trend where we are literally attached to our phone, and then we jump on and we scroll through. Like, why do we do that? We're addicted to it, but it's like people aren't focused on the things that actually matter. They busy themselves with shit that doesn't matter, or it's a form of entertainment, and then they wonder why everything else falls apart. So for me, I just got very, very clear. I decided, okay, I want the next 10 years to be better than the last 10 years. And what does that actually mean? Well, it means I've got to have some sort of a standard for how I live my life, and I have to have some sort of a filter with which I spend my time on. So, which podcast do I want to actually be interviewed on? I get asked by a lot of people to do them, and I deny almost all of them, only because of the different seasons in my life. So it's like, all right, in this season of my life, what do I want to put my attention on, and what do I want to pour my heart into, and what's worth the investment? So right now, for the last 3 years, I've been, you know, empowering my wife to live her best life, because I always tell people, hey, listen, if anything I can help you do to help you by, so when you get to the end of your life, you can look back and live it with no regrets. I think a lot of times for those of us that are on stage or out front or have the microphone, we're telling all these other people to do it, but are you empowering the people around you to also do that? So when I look at my wife, I go, can she say that she's living her best life? And can she say Keith's the biggest proponent of empowering me to do that? So it has to do with focus. It has to do with distraction. It has to do with, okay, what are we getting clear on? I think that's the biggest thing that I was just so unclear about what I was supposed to do. It was just make money, make more money, make more money. It's like, all right, dude, but you gained 50 pounds. Now you look like a fat ass. Nobody feels good being a fat ass. So, but you had time to do all that. You just didn't choose it right. So I think it's this, and I'm almost going to sound a little pessimistic about this, and I don't mean to be, but until somebody gets really clear on what they want and actually decides to be disciplined about getting it, they're going to spin their wheels in the mud, and they're going to want to look around and blame everybody else, and it's their own damn fault.